Are you a light worker that struggles with being seen, being heard, sharing your gifts, putting yourself out there? Most light workers want to be of service in some way in the world. And ironically, it seems that many light workers struggle with being seen and doing that. And I think partly it stems from being a highly sensitive person. We're so aware of others and their responses to us. I mean, there's a lot of different reasons why it might be difficult for someone to really put themselves out there. But I find that light workers especially can struggle with that. I know that I do. I should say I have, and I still am. It's something I'm still working through. I have come a long way, and I want to share like my journey and just kind of how I've done this and how I just show up, even though I'm scared. And I know that there's probably other people out there who are like me in this way. And I've just always wanted to support others in overcoming their fears, because it's something that has kept me from really doing the things I want to do with my life, like holding myself back in so many ways, sometimes self-sabotaging things. And this is all stuff I've realized as I've gotten older and have gone through many different challenges and failures and things like that. And I've learned a lot along the way. And like I said, I'm still learning. Like, this channel is actually, I started it partly to challenge myself to continue to show up in a bigger way and to get on camera multiple times a week and be vulnerable. And when I don't feel like I'm necessarily like good enough or as good as I want to be or as good as other people doing the same thing. And I want to show other people that it's okay to show up like this. And we need more people like us doing that. One, because the world needs more authentic voices, like highly curated, polished, almost fake in a way, people like showing up like that. I think we're all really, really tired of that. And lightworkers are being called and going to be called to show up in bigger ways in the coming years, especially in positions of leadership, not just like government, that kind of thing, but everywhere where there are leaders. We need light workers in those kinds of positions. And light workers aren't your typical or stereotypical like leader. When you think of someone who's a leader, you think of someone who's extremely like charismatic, and not that you can't be charismatic, but like somebody who's kind of an extrovert, you know, like their energy is very kind of loud. And it's like those loud, charismatic people are the ones who kind of drown out all the other voices. And that's just a whole other topic, but just the leadership that we really need to change if we want the world to change. And if we're thinking about the new earth, like leadership for the new earth is going to be very, very different than leadership that currently exists on the planet in all areas. And it's something that we really need to start kind of stepping into now in bigger ways, starting with just being comfortable being you and being of total like self-acceptance and self-love for who you are, and not thinking something's wrong with you because you're introverted or you're shy or you struggle with self-doubt, like crippling self-doubt. That doesn't mean that you're not cut out for service. And I just really want to connect with other light workers who feel similarly. And I'm not sure yet who is coming to my channel. I have set the intention that I will be connecting with light workers who are like the pioneers of the new earth, like starting to embody just more of the, you know, the higher vibrations, the higher frequencies that are coming into the planet at this time, and like embodying that and showing up in that energy in a bigger way, really stepping into your soul mission. So I would love to know if you would comment down below if that is you, if you consider yourself a light worker, a starseed, and really, even if you don't consider yourself those things, like you don't use those labels, but you struggle with being seen and really sharing your gifts because you struggle with self-doubt and self-judgment or the fear of judgment of others, all those kinds of things. I would love to make a video series talking about that and just kind of supporting one another as we walk through that. I'm not making any courses or memberships or anything like that. So I just wanted to be clear about that up front. This is just something I want to do with my YouTube channel. So it's, it's like free support, connecting with one another. And I really think as light workers, we need to come together. And, we're so spread out globally. Many of us don't know people in our, personal lives that we can connect with in this way. And so I would love to be a community for that. So comment below, let me know if you see yourself this way, and I don't know, just let's get the conversation started. All right, thanks so much, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye.